Thank God.
Well,
I thought it was funny, but Karen was right again. Geez, Jake needs a new speed trailer because it's getting pretty old, but it's kind of the same stuff going over and over and over. But what I'm going to try to do, folks, is kind of give you, in my little deal here, I want to give you an overview of what's been happening in 8-ball and in North Country over the last year. So, hello, I'm Jay Montpelier, Tournament Director of the 21st Annual 8-Ball Billiards Regional Winter Pool Tournament. The format this year is a race to 3 in the winner's bracket and a race to 2 in the loser's bracket. We had a little bit of problems. You know, Calvin came to me and he said, Jay, that race to 3, man, he says, that's long. And I said, well, maybe we'll make it a race to 2. So then I go out to the tournaments and I go, I think we got to make it a race to 2. So I make the first 2 a race to 2, and half the people are all sad and they come up to me and they go, you like your tournament because it was a race to 3. I go, okay, next one we'll do a race to 3. I'm sorry. So then I called Calvin and said, we really do have to do a race to 3, Calvin, because they spoke. So Calvin said, okay. Anyway, so the winner's bracket is going to be filmed right here. And the loser's bracket is going to be playing on the other tables. For all you people out there that aren't here today, that's basically what you're going to be seeing. When we get done running through the loser's bracket, it'll come over here and the tournament will conclude. You guys, there's a lot of stuff going on with this, so I'm going to go over the rules, and I'm going to go over a couple things before we get started. I know it's redundant to you, but people are probably watching this and they don't know anything about it. Due to the lack of proper planning, I didn't get a new table this year. I got right down to the bone, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I asked Jeff Prescott, Jeff, I need a table. He goes, I'll get back to you. I said, can you get back to me by tomorrow? He goes, yeah. So then he called me back. He said, I've got one. It's pretty nice. And I said, well, thanks, Jeff. I really appreciate that. So we're playing on a valley bending table. They're in the bending business. Pool tables, dartboards, all that stuff. Candy. 5610300 valley bending. This year's prizes, it's not new. It's been the same for the last 5 years. First place gets $500 in a trophy. Second place gets $300 in a trophy. And third place gets $200 in a trophy. The winner of the tournament will have his name on that plaque that was on the table. I know you people out that are watching this later than the incident's happening don't know this, but we hold a 9-ball tournament, we hold a hard luck tournament. That's the big one that's going on. So the hard luck tournament is open to anybody that went to any of the 8 locations, and they didn't qualify. So I just want to go over last year's winners. Where did I put it? For the 9-ball tournament, last year's winners were first Neil Young, and you'll see Neil today in the big tournament. Second was John Isley, he's from the Comstock area, and third was Kevin Dubuque. And in the hard luck tournament, first place was Bob Turok. I don't know if Bob's here. You guys would like Bob, he's quite a character. One time I put a picture in the paper of a tournament, and he comes up to me and he goes, Jay, he says, next time you put the picture of me in the paper, can you put Snooker in front of my name? I go, well, I don't know, Bob. He said, really? I said, I'll tell you what, I know you're a legend in your own mind. We'll put it in front of it, but only because you always snooker yourself instead of the other guy. just standing there. Oh. Somebody's phone's ringing. I'd like to thank everybody here today that helped me put this on. First, Karen, my sweetie there, I know she loves me because she travels up every single weekend from Glens Falls and puts up with me. So I know that she loves me. Plus she plays school too. And TJ, I appreciate you doing the stuff. Chrissy behind the bar, I really appreciate it. You got Renee and Lulu. I've always called her Lulu, but her real name is Luann. She used to work for me before. She came in to help me out today. Luann just opened a hair salon over next to the 4th Ward. So the other day when I got a haircut, I was telling her, I said, geez, you ought to advertise that. You can come here, get a haircut, have 2 beers, and go home. Don't tell your wife about the beers. Just some thoughts to ponder. I got a bunch of different things here. Hope I don't miss any. I might, I don't know. But anyway, before I start that, Calvin's been, we've had this tournament for 21 years. Calvin's been doing it almost all of it. I know you guys watch it, so I know you appreciate it, but Calvin was given $1 for every person that watched one of his videos. He would be a millionaire, but they don't. So if you're ever thinking about, after you watch something and you enjoy it, Hometown Cable, 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain, New York, 12919. There's all kinds of videos. You go on there, there's 7,000, 8,000 videos. Go on there and hit master video list. Go down to the little triangle, scroll for 15 minutes, and you come down there and you're going to see 8-ball billiards. And he's got most of our tournaments on there, so way back, 96, whatever. I think you'll probably enjoy that. We had Nick Nicolaitis here. He was the #2 trick shot champion in the world at the time. We had Nick here, and he did a hell of a job, and you can see that on one of those videos. The Northern New York tournament's on April 12th and 13th this year. If anybody's seen this video before then, it's a lot of fun, a lot of joking, and a lot of good pool playing. So that's on April 12th and 13th if you want to go up to Lake Placid. On May 5th, they're having the 14th annual Dickie Barnaby Pool Tournament. And Dickie was a personal friend of mine. If you watch those videos, I think you'll see Dickie in a couple of them way at the beginning. There'll be about 100 people there. It's going to be at the Prue VFW Route 22 on May 5th. So there's probably going to be 100 people there. So it takes a long time. I went to see it downtown one time and I fell asleep. It takes from like noon to 2 o'clock in the morning. Another thing that's changed at 8-ball, about a year ago I decided that I wasn't going to take care of the kitchen anymore. I was all stressed out and I couldn't take care of the nursery and I couldn't. So I looked around and I hired a guy by the name of Howard. And Howard was from Montreal. He was a 5-star chef and he owned a restaurant down here and it didn't make it. So I got Howard over here and everything was going great. And then they didn't renew his visa. So Howard's back in Montreal. And we're looking for somebody to take the kitchen. So I talked to many, many people. Many restaurants around here approached me. So I'm sure we're going to have somebody in there good. If anybody wants to have a wedding or a party or out back in the pavilion and the bonfire, that's coming soon. Today, I went and got food and everything. I got Pam Severs helping us in the kitchen, and Chrissy's giving her a hand. My buddy Bill Hathaway, about 2 years ago he opened up this pool hall, and it's on Route 3, across from the Airport Lounge. We got one of the locations there this year. There was 18 players. Bill's going to be having a grand, well, he's been open for 2 years, but he just decided to get a liquor license. So he got his liquor license and he's building a new bar. And April, somewhere in the end of April, he's going to be having a grand opening. So I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun. He'll probably have some tournaments and stuff like that going on. For six years now, we've been doing a thing here called Hot Rods for Hospice. It's a fundraiser. So usually on the first weekend in August, it's out in the pavilion. We have 5 bands. We have dart tournaments, pool tournaments, and kids games, and all the cars are lined up out in the Plattsburgh RV Park. And the sheriff and the city police in Plattsburgh give us an escort and go all the way through the city and then come back to Parkland. I made this float, and I wanted a hay wagon. And Karen says, "Honey, I think my dad's got a hay wagon." His parents live in Troy. And I go, "Wow, that's cool." So we're down there. Karen's having Thanksgiving dinner, and her father says, "There's a hay wagon, Jay, but I don't think it'll work." And I go, "Oh, yes, it will." So I made it look like a pool table. I made the pockets all around the corners. I put cue sticks all around it. I put a roof on it. I put a band on it. And I took it through the parades all around the area for a couple of years. Threw out candy. One year we had Nick Nicolaitis riding on it in Rouse's Point. So we gave it a good shot. I had Tom Bowley. Tom's a friend of mine. Tom is the guy. Tom, you got to meet this guy. He's the one that helps Dr. Klaus throw off all the fireworks at the 4th of July thing at the Airborne Park Speedway. 5 minutes, you think you're in the daylight. You see these people running around all out there? Well, one of those guys is Tom. So Tom came to me and said, "Jay," he says, "I think we can make this happen. You know, I got some friends here, and we're gonna make this happen." I go, "Awesome!" So he came here and helped me organize this thing. And one more thing about Tom. You guys got to meet him. He's got a 64 Corvette convertible. He's got a 68 Stingray. He's working on a 38 Street Rod with a 500 horsepower engine. And he comes home one day and he says to his wife, "Honey, I want to buy a cannon." She goes, "What?" Tom goes, "I'm serious. I want to buy a cannon." Well, anyway, she let him buy it. And we had it here last year for Hot Rods for Hospice. You go to the last, on Calvin's deal, you go to the last Hot Rods for Hospice on there, and you can see Tom's cannon. He fired it off over the Route 9 there, and pretty interesting thing. When he first got it, he pulled up to a gas pump, pumped gas into his truck, and the state trooper pulled up, and he said, "What is that, sir?" And he said, "It's a cannon." And the trooper said, "Is that legal?" And Tom says, "Yeah, oh yeah." Oh my goodness. Anyway, so we did that for 6 years. Hospice canceled the event this year. So we're going to do a fundraiser this year. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm thinking maybe Shriners Hospital or Cancer Society. We've kept the block open for the first weekend in August, and we got our bands all booked and everything, but we don't actually have the event yet. But on the bright side of things about this Hot Rods for Hospice thing is last year we paid $250 for our car show to become a member of the Super Wheels Showdown in Boston. And what that meant was they take all the little area car shows from here to Florida, and they got to give Super Wheels Showdown $250. But anyway, In the paper, in the Press Republican paper, there's a fire truck in there, 1929 or something from Shazy. That truck went down to that show. Our show this year, first time it was a Super Wheel Showdown, a gentleman from Montreal, barely speaks English, sent me a nice note. His car took first place in Boston for the whole East Coast. Give him around, guys, give him around. I mean, that's a beautiful car.
It's going to take long.
I don't like doing this, but every once in a while I have to, and we lost another pool player this year. His name was Paul Washburn. He played in Ross's Point, and he passed away 2 days later. So I want to give a little moment of silence for Paul. All my friends that know me well know I haven't been playing pool all winter. I broke my arm. I know it was a stupid accident. They were happy because they know I was going to kick their butt. No, they knew I wasn't. But anyway, they know I wasn't playing pool. But the sad part of the whole thing is now I'm going in to have my plate put in my arm now. So they don't have to worry about me anymore either. Now I'm going to start here. I'm going to introduce the referees. And then I'm going to introduce the pool players. Our head referee, he's been my landscape foreman at Jay's Nursery for 10 years. He's been a rep here for quite a few years. He really helps me out because repping these tournaments isn't an easy thing. Somebody might create a foul and they don't know if they create a foul, and they don't know if they create a foul, and then they ask the referee and he's got to make a judgment. So this refereeing stuff isn't easy. I asked Jimmy Washburn the other day when we were at his brother's wake, I said, Jimmy, you want to be a referee? He goes, nope. But he was a referee last year. But he knows the stress because you got to watch all of them. You can't stage it. So that's why I'd like to give these guys a little bit of credit. Our second referee, actually he took second place in last year's tournament. Actually, I don't even know if I named your name, Jason, did I? Our head referee, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Stone. Our second referee is Bill Severs. He's been a qualifier here for, well, the tournament started in 1993, and way back at the beginning, Bill had a couple or 3 times he got in, and then he took a break from pool, and he's back into it. And last year he came in second. My third referee, he's helped me out before. He's the one that owns the Comstock Bar that we go down to. He's a real good pool player too. And I was in a bind. His name was Rich Straub. This guy here, the last one,
load him up.
Actually, he's a phenomenal pool player too. 1 year in Lake Placid, he came in 5th or 6th. He's a really good pool player. He's from Comstock area. You just have to walk in, and I was stressing looking around. I wanted to find one more referee, and I look down, and Tucker, is that you? He goes, yeah. I go, hey, will you rep for me? He goes, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Tucker. The tournament this year, well, the tournament is going to be really good because we have 7 returning finalists. Only 1 new finalist. We have 2 or 3 of these guys have won first place in our tournament. So it's going to be a good tournament. I'm going to Stubby. It's going to be a good tournament. All right, ladies and gentlemen, playing for Times Served in Comstock, New York. He's from Cohoes, New York. He's a three-time finalist, and he was a champ in 10 and 11. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Katz. He's playing for the Q Club in Plattsburgh. He's a two-time finalist. He came in third in 2011. He won a couple of our hard luck tournaments over the years. He's going to come in second one of them too. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Barney. The next one playing for the Last Resort from Ross's Point. He's a three-time finalist the last 3 years. Last year he came in third. But last year, this Lake Placid thing I was talking to you about a little while ago, it's like 125 or 26 players. Dennis took first. Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Boas. He's playing for Armin's in Ross's Point. He's a four-time finalist. He took second in 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Martin. And something just dawned on me. I never talk about this, but every year after I get done, I say, why didn't I say something about it? But the reason why these guys have the same color shirts on is because we're trying to give our sponsors a little bit of publicity. So that they're, well, me too. But that's why we have them. We got 8 Ball on the top, and all the sponsors, and all the time Calvin's filming. That's the deal. And we've been doing this tradition, I think, since 93 or 94. I'll go to the next player now. He's playing for the Friendly Tavern in Keysville. He's from West Shazy. He's a 7-time finalist, and he was a champ in 01 and 06. And he's not a singer. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Young. He's playing for Brookie's Pub in Keysville. He's a 5-time finalist. He was a champ in 08. He took second in 09. He's from Plattsburgh, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Stoller. Our next player, he's the one. He's that loose leg that I was telling you about a little while ago where all our finalists have been here before. Well, this gentleman hasn't been here before. He's the second youngest finalist we've ever had. The only other one was Rick Lazort from the Indian Reservation, and he was 18 years old. And he came down here in 2007, and Rick took first place. So this gentleman here, he's a couple of years older. He's the second youngest we've ever had. He's playing for Times Served in Comstock. He's from Ferrisburg, Vermont. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Whalen. Okay, next we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hold it. You forgot Stubby.
How could I forget Stubby? I didn't go, right? Well, what you do, just pass the mic. All right, we're going to go back to this character. Got that right. He's playing for the American Legion in Ross's Point, American Legion 912 State Street, Ross's Point, New York, 12979. He's from Beacontown. He's a 4-time finalist. He came second in 06 and 08. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Gilbert. Sorry, Stubby. Okay, now we're going to turn around, we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then I guess we're going to get down to some pool, and I hope everybody enjoys their day. Thank you. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody.
Our time is approaching 1:44 for this 1 o'clock start for the annual 8-ball billiards pool tournament. Calvin Castine at 8-ball billiards in Plattsburgh, north of Plattsburgh on Route 9. It's the 23rd day of March 2013, and this is the first of a whole bunch of matches that we're going to see. It's Sean Martin shooting right now, and his opponent Kevin Ketz. Looks like Martin has the low balls, and Ketz has the high ones. This is best 3 out of 5. It's called a race to 3. Martin representing Armin's Place 2 in Rouse's Point. Ketz, one of 2 representatives representing time served in the Comstock area. Temperature about 30 degrees when we arrived. It's supposed to go into the low 30s on this late March Saturday. We've got a lot of snow that needs melting out there. Some years we're in here and the sun's shining and the grass is turning green, and we're saying we'd rather be doing something outside, but this year it's a good day to be indoors. Well, it looks like he's got 2 of them solids left. And one of them is kind of hidden here. Actually, he's got 3 left. He's got 2 of them next to the 8-ball and one over this way. You got to hit your ball first, otherwise it's ruled a scratch. Martin conferring with the referees as to what he can and cannot do. Has to hit his ball before hitting a stripe, and he does. And after hitting his ball, a ball, any ball, including the cue ball, has to hit a bank. Left Ketz with nothing, then Ketz tried to return the favor. Martin surveying the situation. I believe there is supposed to be a time limit. But if nobody checks the stopwatch, and there's no time limit between shots. I don't think that's where he wanted to put that 2-ball, but it's where it ended up. And he's given 2-time champion Ketz here a chance to run a few. And can he work a combo here? He says he can, and he does. And looks like he's got a good shot at running a few. Shooting the 10. Probably came back a little close to that bank than he wanted to. In fact, it looks like he's touching the bank. Cannot shoot the 13 down into the corner down here. We've got 2 ahead of him. He's going to try to put the 15 in the side. That was just a courtesy call in the pocket. He had no intention of hitting things that hard. A little tough on the 2 because he's right near the side pocket. Doesn't leave him any bank at all, I think. Doesn't look like he has any bank to keep his cue ball from going in that side pocket. You can see his 3, but that's either touching that bank or very close to it. And he's going to try to hit his 2 and draw it over into this corner. At least that's what he claims he's going to try to do. And he gave it a shot. And looks like the stripes are pretty much wide open for Ketz. So I'm operating under the assumption that Whalen might not get to shoot again. We're going to start with the 15 on the side. Take that 13 anytime he wants, and it looks like since that's his best option, that's the one he's going to take. Unfortunately, it's blocked from our view. Not a good leave. He looks like he is partially hidden by that 3 ball. Gonna have to come off a bank. Again, he has to hit his ball. Has to hit his ball first. He's going to try to slice it into the corner. And didn't happen. Scratched. And these days they use ball in hand. You can put the cue ball any darn place they please. And Whalen's going to go after the 2. Leave himself position on the 3. And that 8 is a very doable ball. We just saw the marker being handed to Whalen. You're shooting the 8 ball, you have to put the marker by the pocket you're going to shoot at. Whalen did that, and he takes game 1 in this best 3 out of 5. Whalen will break to start the second game. The loser will move into the loser's bracket. The winner will continue in the winner's bracket. This is a double elimination tournament. And the winner pretty much goes into that. The winner going into the final portion usually goes in there without any losses. Probably almost has to go in there without any losses. So the person coming out of the loser's bracket, because it's a double elimination tournament, has to beat them not once but twice. It didn't matter which ball Wayland sank on the break. He gets to choose if he wants high or low. Getting a ball in on the break just gives him the opportunity to keep shooting. My understanding that it's still his choice. Martin going after the 6th ball. He will slice it in there. It looks like that 3 ball is just about touching that bank, so I don't think he can cut it into the side. He's going to shoot the 1 and put that into the corner. So he has a 7 up along that top bank. Well, he has 3 balls remaining.
Hey guys, whoever's playing hard luck,
for years ran this as a race to 2 out of 3. And some of the players said, well, it's possible that a fellow could break, not make anything. The next guy could run the table. And then, oops, here's where the referees come in here. Did he hit his ball first? They're saying yes. Looks to be a little if any question on that. He has to hit his ball first. Looks like he's done a fairly good job of hiding himself. It's just a question of whether he can convince that 3 ball, I think, to go in. So it's possible for a guy to, after his opponent broke and made nothing, a fellow could run the table and then sink the 8 ball when it's his break to start the next game. And that would be over in 2. And the guy would lose without even getting a chance to shoot. So he's going after that 3. You got it, hit it hard. It's occurred to me, I think last year, that I spent so much time looking at the pool table that I don't often show the shooters. So, only thing you know about the shooters is that they have a cue stick in their hand. So I have to consciously be aware of trying to include the shooters in the picture at one time or another. Wayland studying here. He can hit his 4, obviously. Probably not able to put it into that corner. Still trying to decide what looks like he's going for the corner. No, he's going for the other corner. So Ketz has a a bunch. Comes out with some authority. Started the 15, now the 14. He'll probably try to get his 13 while he's down this way.
13. Hey, I'm going to do this. This is just for you, Stubby.
We try to get the one that's along the bank. He has a good look at it, but nope. He says, I can get another good look later on. He's going for 11. He's keeping that 10 ball for the last one. It would have been the first one that I shot. If I get a look at a ball along the bank, I'm going to try to get it as quickly as I can. So, Ketz sinks the 8 ball. And we're going to move to the third game. We've got it up here at 1-1. Okay, it'll be Ketz break. Start the third. Not up here, 1-1. Nothing went in, so the Whalen shot. Let's see. Those are the finalists. From years past. Nothing on the break, so it's wide open for Whalen. He slices the 13, excuse me, the 11 into the corner. Or the 9, excuse me, the 9. I'll be all right. Slice the 9 into the corner. Hometown Cable started covering this tournament when it was part of the Northern Tier Chamber of Commerce winter weekend. And Bob Venn was the fellow who decided he'd like to cover it for Hometown Cable, and he did for as long as he lived. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out from Jay which annual tournament this is. I don't think the shirts mention that which annual this is. I think he said 94 is when he started. So this would make it the 20th annual. If it's the, it started in 94. After Bob died in the summer of 97, Tom Venn, Bob Venn's son, stepped forward and wanted to continue covering the tournament in honor of his father. And he did that for a couple of years. And I think he decided it wasn't as much fun as he thought it would be, so he stepped aside, and I've been covering it since. So this remains our only pool coverage throughout the course of the year. Whalen has 3 3 balls remaining. Looks like he's trying to find a way to get this 10 ball in. Looks like he has an easy shot on the 15. And he sinks it. Well, we can't always tell from our angles if he can see that 10 to slice it without coming in contact with the 11. Looks like it's a close shot. We'll zoom in here so we can see how close he comes to the 11. And leaves himself a real good position on the 11. Probably like to be a little further away from the bank, but all in all, good position. And the 8, as you can see, is near that side pocket, so he puts a little bottom on that one. And he'll have himself a fairly clear shot on the 8. If he sinks this and doesn't scratch, he'll take a 2-1 lead in this game 1, or match number 1 of this annual tournament. Well, Bill Sieber, very conscientious racker here. You want the rack to be tight. He sank one, so he'll keep shooting. His decision is which ones to take. Studying it. Like he's going for the high balls, the stripes. A little too hard. Ket's studying the table. And he's decided he's going to take the stripes. And he does. Even though Whalen sank a high ball on the break, it's, whoa, anytime you move that 8, it's always interesting. It's whoever makes the next ball is deciding which balls you got. 15 in the corner. Oh, 2 for the price of 1. He didn't want that on there to fall. He wanted to leave himself a shot, but I think a man with his abilities ought to be able to come off the rail here and put that 13 in. Maybe not. Maybe that 6 is just too far, preventing him from. And I'll take a closer look at it. That 6 is preventing him from coming off the rail and slicing that 13 in. He can Probably make some contact with the 11 ball here, but probably little chance of actually putting it in. He's going to try for the upper left-hand corner, and he put a solid one in. Is 13 balls in good shape there, because all he has to do is knock that 11 into there and it'll go. Whalen's got a lot of balls along the rail and bunched up here. So we'll see if he'll start with this 5 ball. My guess is he will, and that he is just studying what his next several shots will be. He's wondering how he's going to get that 4 out of there, I think. So he will start with the 5. I think the 1 is his best option here, but again, he's planning ahead. And this is what he's fretting about. He wants to try to find a way to sneak that cue ball in there to break a few things out. So Whalen leading 2-1. He's going to shoot the 1. A little too hard, but he's hidden Ketz behind the 7. And again, Ketz has to hit his ball first, so he has to hit a high ball first. Can he come off the bank and knock the 11? That's what he's looking at now. Getting a combination in, that's what he's going to try to do, come off the bank. And get the double combination. No. No. That's a scratch. He hit his ball first. I thought he was going to use the bank here, hit the 11, but he somehow thought he could magically hit that 13 without touching the 4 first. Now it's ball in hand. If I could squeeze that cue ball along the rail without hitting that 11, that's the first one I would be looking at. Whalen is studying that. It's ball in hand, so he can put that cue ball any darn place he pleases. And it looks like he's looking for a combination, but we'll see. At least he contemplated that. He's going to go for none of the. Oh, he is going for the 4 or not. He's still thinking about it. Sometimes watching these pool matches is like watching paint dry. shoot the 7 first. On to the side. None of these are particularly easy. The 1 or the, let's see if he's going to go for the 1. Yep. Slice the 1 into the side, into the corner, excuse me. And he did knock the 11 away from the 4, but not sure how much of an advantage that is. Still has the 6 ball now. It's close to the 11. This is Sean Martin. I don't know why I've been calling him Whalen. Robert Whalen is, this is Sean Martin. This must be, I know a Sean Whalen somewhere. This is Sean Martin shooting.
I know.
We won't see Robert Whalen for quite a while yet.
I almost went up and I'm like, that ball's in the way and I knew I was a problem.
That's what it is too, I think.
Try to hit that 6. Martin will hit the 6, and I don't think he's going to try to draw it back, but we'll see. That might be his plan, to draw it back. Not sure which one he called. If he called the corner or the side, he made both balls. He only has to call one of them correctly. So now he's put his 8 ball down there, and he's looking to make it 3-1 and take game or match 1 and send Mr. Ketz down to the loser's bracket, which is not an easy thing to do. So it's 3-1. Martin, not Whalen, Martin will continue in the winning bracket. We are set for the second match of the annual 2013 version of the 8-ball billiards pool tournament. Dennis Valens, representing the last resort in Rouse's Point, is going to break. His opponent is Pat Stotler, who is representing Brookie's Pub. Winner of this will face Sean Martin, and the loser will go down to the loser's bracket. 3 out of 5. The time is 2:20. Just starting our second match here at 2:20. So it's already got the feeling that this is going to be a long day here for yours truly here at the 8-Ball Billiards Cafe. So Stotler is going to go with the high balls. Sinks it. Two of the 8 finalists come out of the Comstock area, both out of time served. So it's the only establishment in the tournament that holds 2 tournaments, qualifying tournaments. Will be high balls, and it looks like he's got little choice to go after that 3. Hope he can get some action on that cue ball to get away from all those high balls. Shooting something in the side here. It's like the 1. He's got 2 little fairly easy shots. It's just a matter of getting a position for that 6, and then you got the 7 ball along the rail over there. He's going to go for the 5 into the corner. The 7 will not be able to get by the 8 ball down. A long shot into the corner. And I think the only ball he can actually see and put into a pocket is this number 2 right here. Looks like he is hidden on the 4, and the 6 is going nowhere. So he will try to hit that 2 into the side, and hopefully do something where that 6 can break out a little bit. March 23rd, 2013. Cool day and a cool below average temperature month. Yesterday, we looked at the record high from yesterday where I'm going to shoot the 7. As expected, he hit the 8, and 7 didn't go in. I think he was just trying to bring the cue ball down here and letting Stotler move a few around. A year ago yesterday, it was 81 degrees. Just a day ago yesterday, it was 34 degrees. So Velez is just about into that pocket, almost as far as he can go without having a ball in hand. Going to bring the 4 back. Going to bring the 4 back. Stotler. So he's shooting the 14, I think. Yeah. He was hoping to break a few out of there. Slice the 13. Now the 15. In the corner. Nice shot. Looks like he's not happy with his lead. He has the 12 and the 10. That 6 may or may not be blocking him. We can't always tell, and even if it's not blocking him, he's probably concerned about scratching if he goes for that 12. Try to slice the 12 into the corner without scratching. And he didn't scratch, but he didn't make his 12. So it gives Velez a chance to run a few. I would say he's got a good shot here. And he's going to start with the one near the 8 ball. He's going to go for the 7. So the next one will probably be the 4. It's been a long first game in this best of 5, race to 3. Went for the corner. Now he should have an easy shot here on the 2 ball. Velez will shoot the 8. Chance, oh, he's going to try to slice it. He's not going to try to bring it back and bank it in. He's going to try to slice it. I'd be concerned about scratching. He made it. He came pretty darn close to scratching. All right, game 2. And nothing went in. Got to hit his ball first. But if nobody has a ball, I guess it's wide open. I don't think you have to hit your ball if nobody has a ball yet. So I'll take the easy one, it looks like. Where is he? Trying to make that big decision. There go the solid banks. You got to keep one toe on the floor. And he did. He kept one toe on the floor. Not much doubt that the 10 will go in. It's just a matter of what he wants to do next. What happened? Something fell off the pool table. Alright. 9 ball in the corner. Looking ahead, he's at the 13 and 15 up here. But before he can worry about them, he has to sink at least one of these two. It's like the 12 and 14. That one went right in. I think he called the 15. We'll see. Maybe I heard wrong. No, it didn't. Soft touch, it's the 15 in. His 8 is over here, so he's got to put a little bit of backup here to get his cue ball out of there. Ooh, no backup on that one, but he is able to get him off the bank. And as it looks to be an easy shot. This is Velez shooting, by the way. A chance to knot this up at 1-1. We're going to move to game number 3. All right, Velez is going to shoot next. On the break. Like nothing went. So Stotler will step up. He is slowly surveying the table. Let's try the 1. He's got himself the 1. He's got a shot at the 3, obviously. But he's got some work to figure out what he's going to do after that 3. That 7 will be a problem for a while. The 4, you can probably see it, but it's about all. Don't think he can get by that 9 to come off the rail and hit that 2. Definitely not a ball distance between the rail and the 9 ball. Ooh, nice effort on the 4. That would have left him in reasonable shape. Now Velez taking his time. Surveying, studying. Looks like he's gonna go for the 10, but is he going for the combo or coming off the rail to get it? The bank or not the bank? That is the question here. Decides to go with the combo. 15 will be there in position, so he's wisely going for his 13. And may try to hit that 12 real hard and convince it to get by the 2. I don't think he can hit it that hard. So he's got his 14, and he's got his 15 up here that's pretty much available anytime he wants to, but whether he can get much action with that 7 being there, to get his cue ball out after he sinks it. And over that way he's got his 11, which is a tough shot. Impossible shot, but I mean a tough lay as it is now, near the rail with a couple of solids not too far away. Going for the 15. Lining up his 14. Well, now whether Stotler can run a few, hopefully. Runs the 5 in the corner. ball. He's got a shot at that 4, which is his best shot. 4, 7, 6, but then he's got to leave his cue ball up so he can get the 8. Well, he gets the 4, and now it looks like he's going to go after the 7. And come down a little further than he wanted to, I think. He's going to try to bank the 6 into the other side. Nice shot. Some people are better at that than others. So he's got the 8, and anytime you got that type of situation, you got to be concerned about a scratch. Came close in the first game. And he ends up with the cue ball down here. He leads it 2-1. There's the break to start the 4th game in this race to 3. Tight rack. The 8 ball stayed pat until it was hit by a ricocheting ball. And nothing went in. So it'll be Velez's choice. Studying the table. It looks like he's shooting for the 14. Hits it with authority. Comes back to touch the 5, but looks like he's got a shot at the 9. Is that on the side? I would think he's going to get the 15, then the 12. There's the 15, and he's got position on the 12. Well, could be a little better position. It looks like he's not even looking at his 12. He's going to shoot up at the 11 or the 10. So Velez studying the table. Let's see. Velez representing Last Resort in Rouse's Point. Stotler representing Brookie's Pub. I think that's in Keysville. Winner goes to the winners, continues in the winner's bracket. Loser goes down to the loser's bracket. And looks like he decided to go for that 12 after all. It's a question of where his cue ball will end up. There's 12. And as soon as he moves, we'll see where the cue ball went. It went up, it looks like it's touching the 13 at the moment, or very close to it. Can't do anything with the 10. And the 11, he shoots at 11, he's got to shoot it over the top of, put that cue ball over the top of the 13. So it doesn't leave him much meat on the cue ball. And what's he going? He's still deciding here. I'm going to come off the rail and hit the 10, I guess. Put some right English on it. Tipped it, just barely nipped it. He did hit his 10, and he didn't scratch. And had action off the bank after his shot, after hitting his ball. But he just barely grazed that 10 ball. Stotler now. Not happy with his lead. He got his 7 up right away. He got a 6 down by the rail. He might be able to see this 2 into the pocket. And that's what he's going to do. Shoot the 2. I think he can leave himself in position to get a couple of these. And he'll probably shoot the 1 at this point. I might even look at that 4. And he's seeing if he can slice. He can't, obviously he can't slice it from where he is. He wants to know where he would have to leave the cue ball in order to slice. Yes.
What would you like? Do you want to see a menu?
No, you got the chicken fingers, chicken strips.
Yep. You want
And
fries with them?
no,
No.
and
Another beer?
another one of these.
Coors Light?
Yes, please. All right, you get to hear me ordering a Coors Light and chicken strips here while I'm recording there. So, where else on Hometown Cable do you get that kind of behind-the-scenes stuff? He's got to keep a toe on the floor. That's why ballet dancers are so good at this. There's a 7. And the 5. He's worried about the 6. Well, actually, he's got a good shot to 6 right now. I think he's probably worried about that 8. I would shoot the 6 right now myself. But he's going to go for the 5. Left the cue right along the rail. And the 6 is there. And he's got a little angle. He's got his 4 up above, and he's got his 8 up along the top rail. Those work is cut out for him. He's going to try to shoot the 4. Now he's got the 6. And after he gets the 6, the 8 is up there, so it's not just a matter of making the 6, which he's going to put into the corner, or not. Well, leaves Velez with a chance. A good chance to run it. I think he'll start with his 13. that 8 along the rail is the challenge here.
We might have that.
He makes his 13. We're blocked out as to what he's. They did leave himself position on the 10. So now he'll shoot that 11. Not too hard, I would think. With my capabilities, I would call that a bad leave. He has no angle on it. Wants to hit it, but he doesn't want to hit it too hard. He's got to hit it. He's got to hit it, and something's got to touch the bank after he hits it. Either the cue ball or the 8 ball. He's going to try to pull it down here. Wow. Or he's just calling a pocket. We'll see how hard he hits it. And he's thinking about it. I think his problem is, well, he's got a couple of problems that I can see. One is the 6 ball is between the pocket and the 8 ball. The other is the 8 ball looks like it's, if not tight to the rail, very close to it. So as soon as that cue ball hits the 8 ball, it's going to be right into the cushion. And it's hard to get that cue ball out of there without double kissing it. So we'll see if he's serious about trying to make this. Now he's going to change corner. He's going to try to put it right in the corner where he's standing. If he makes this one, we'll give him the. We'll go home. We'll give him the championship. Game close. So Stotler gets up. I believe he's leading 2-1 in this one. Chance to continue in the winner's bracket. Move Velez into the loser's bracket. This, of course, is the day that. There we go, he's going to try to bank the 6 in. Still thinking about it. Anyway, this is the day that I won my $320 million in the Powerball. Of course, I had no idea that I was going to win it at the time, but here I was covering this pool tournament like it was any other day, but this was the day that I won that $320 million. And, okay, brought it back into the corner. Now, came close to scratching. I assume that the corner of that rail isn't blocking his view. And it looks like a simple slice into the side, and not scratch, and you should be all set. And that ties it at 2-2 apparently. So I was thinking Stotler was ahead, but Velez was actually ahead 2-1, not Stotler, so we're tied at 2-2. All right, we're going to have the break to start the last of this this round. Looks like a cue ball went in. Ball in hand for Stotler. It's now 3 o'clock. This tournament started late. It's supposed to be a 1 o'clock start, now 2 hours later, and we're only in the second match of the day. So I might still be here when we're watching this. This looks like it's going to be a marathon. Normally I cut down between shots in years past. But this year we decided we would give you the authentic feel of what it means to sit here and watch one of these tournaments. If you are watching it live, this is the length of time it will take. Missed on the 12 ball. We even had to change of referees here. It's just taking so long. Looks like Velez has made his decision. And the decision is to chalk up again. Into the corner. Now you got a slippery floor. Well, maybe if you didn't have such slippery shoes, the floor wouldn't be so slippery there. I would not be happy with that particular leave right there. He's going to shoot the 11, I guess. He's trying to defy the law of physics. He's trying to defy the law of physics right there. And slice that ball on the side. Stotler's problems are all these balls are one direction or another close to the rail. And you've got that 8 ball with some company up there. He's going for the red one. Shoot the 3. Cuts it in. And now he's looking at the ones up above. I would shoot my 6 down here. He'll send the 1 up to the corner. He doesn't want that cue ball to follow very much, because he wants to still be able to see his 2 ball. So he puts some bottom on it, brings it back. Gets his 2. Looks like he might have his 90 degrees there so he can put the 5 ball in, but question becomes, what about the 8? And that's what he's contemplating right now. Still thinking. Cut to 5. And what about the 8 here? You can see it. And that 15 should prevent him from scratching. So I think he can give it a fairly good shot here and not worry about the scratch. And that will move Pat Stotler to the next bracket in the winner's circle, and Dennis Velez will move to the loser's bracket. That'll conclude game match number 2.